Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. I wanted to make an all-encompassing video with the very best Madden tips for new players just getting the game, or even some veterans picking it back up. So if you're ready to take your game to the threat of an aggressive catch is gone. Unless you pressure defenders, you won't get beat deep by the deep ball, unlike previous years. If you do force passes, defenders many times will not only intercept the pass, but there's a good chance they will take it back to the house for a pick six as well, which happens more often than in previous versions of the game. So the first tip is to not force anything. Take the short or check down option if your deeper route is covered. Passing off of play action also gives you more time and also allows you to simplify your reads, as you typically only have to read one side of the field. Also, unless you have a top QB, lay off of the directional passing, pressing left or right, up or down when you pass. QBs will make inaccurate, errant throws that can be picked off if you do not have a good enough quarterback in order to do that. Target passing was a new mechanic added into the game in Madden 18, which allows you to throw pinpoint passes anywhere you want to the field by hitting L2 or left trigger and letting your target pinpoint exactly where your throws go. It takes a ton of time to master this mechanic, and honestly the payoff just isn't worth it. I would advise new players to not even bother with target passing at all. Due to target passing, the controls have been changed and how you throw high and low compared to last year. To throw a high or low pass, you now have to hold L1 or left bumper and press up on the analog stick for a high pass, or down or low on the analog stick for a low pass, and then the button of the receiver you're throwing to. High and low passes are a great way to keep your passes away from defenders. On deep ends over the middle, the high pass works great, and on the low pass is really good on curls and throws to the outside. But be careful, a lower rated QB can overthrow high passes right to the defense, so I would avoid if you have someone like DeShone Kizer under center. Playing smart and only taking what the defense gives you will go a long way in being successful in the passing game. Let's get into some running tips. The running game is a powerful tool in Madden 18, as the improved run blocking and running back special moves can make it very tough to stop. Here are some of my best types of running plays that'll have you racking up yards on the ground in no time. The halfback toss or halfback pitch in Madden 18 is so deadly because it allows the running back to get to the outside of the defense. Also, with the improved wide receiver blocking, it can be really tough to stop, especially out of a set like single back tight here, or any single back formation where you can flip it to either side so your opponent really can't key in either way. It works great if somebody is blitzing inside. It works against man and zone. A little bit weaker against the cover two because you have the corners out there and the flats, but you can still, even with that, you can cut it up and follow your blockers, cut it up more inside and then back to the outside. Halfback pitch is tough to stop. Let's get right into the halfback counter or counters. Counters are great as it takes advantage of over-aggressive linebackers and users overplaying strong side runs. If someone has a lower rated linebackers, they will really get faked out by the counter and out of position. The counter is really great. I like to run the if you're running strong side a lot and they're really starting to focus on the strong side run, whether it be power or stretch, hit them back on the way with the counter, and either sometimes you can flip the counter as well to the strong side and it still can be effective. I really love the counters in the game this year. Halfback inside zone is another one. Inside zone was effective last year. It's even better this year because of the improved wide receiver blocking. It's really great because you can take it to the inside or outside depending on how the defense plays the run. It works much better out of shotgun than from other center. If you have a team with great blocking wide receivers and a fast running back, it can be really tough to stop. Love the inside zone, especially because you always have to be worried about the passing game as well. For those type of formations, you have to respect the pass and you have to respect as well as the inside zone. You can take it inside or outside. The stretch. Stretches are really effective because you can take it outside or cut it back depending on how the defense pursues the ball. Many times they will overplay a stretch and you can easily take it right up the middle for a big run. The wham. The halfback wham has to be the toughest play to stop in Madden 18. You can take it inside or outside and your opponent really has to game plan to stop it. Draws. Because the large majority of defense you will see will be zone coverage, draws work really well. The safeties and the entire defense will drop back as you show play pass, giving you wide open running lanes. I like to run it a lot versus people who run a lot of cover 4 every play, as it keeps those 2 safeties back deep and gives you a lot more running room than you normally would have. Now, the weak box is a new mechanic in Madden 18 that basically forces people to match up personnel on the field versus the run. Gone are the days someone can come out in quarters or dime and shut down your running game. It makes the defense get blocked or pancaked if you call it defense with several DBs on the field versus running a big set with more than one tight end. It also affects if the defense plays pass and you actually run the ball. So be careful on the defensive end when you pass commit. That will make you weak to the run. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball, there are a few common defenses that are very effective in the game. Starting with cover 4 drop show 2 out of the 3-4 defense. Probably one of the most used or overused defenses in Madden 18. It's a cover 4 defense with the 4 deep and 4 under, providing maximum coverage with aiding coverage. There isn't much of a pass rush, but it provides good coverage and makes your opponent work down the field. It's also pretty good versus the run, as safeties are a part of the run fit and come down quickly to stop the running game. How I like to really run the cover 4 drop shield 2 is to play the cloud flats, play the cover, the outside linebackers, the cloud flats. You do this by hitting triangle and playing under, and then pressing up to play over top. That way you turn those to cloud flat zones, which cover corner routes, cover the deeper out breaking routes, and also really makes it hard for your opponent to work down the field, as you can control a middle linebacker and take away underneath routes and things over the middle, while your outside linebackers cover things to the outside. One of my favorite coverage in the game is the 4-6 cover 3. Also, I like the 4-4 cover 3. It's a 3 deep zone with 4 underneath. Unlike drop show 2, it's rushing 4 defensive linemen, so there's more of a pass rush. I really like to run the 4-4 cover 3 version out of the Raiders playbook, as I feel it plays better versus the run. The 4-6 defense is really great. This year, you can also use the speed package out of the 4-6 to get more DBs on the field. The best way I like to run it is similar to the drop show 2, where you put cloud flats outside linebackers on cloud flats by playing underneath, and then over top, which puts those guys on cloud flats, and you can take away a lot of routes and controlling the linebacker underneath as well. Another good defense to mix in with that 4-6 normal cover 3 or 4-4 cover 3 is the 4-4 cover 2 invert. It's pretty easy defense. You don't have to make any adjustments really to it, because the cloud flat's already there. You can just move your outside linebackers out a little bit. If you have slower outside linebackers, it's hard to get out on those outside outs or outbreaking routes there. And so you can just control the safety in the middle of the field, because he's actually playing a mid-read. Or what I like to do, sometimes I do also control one of the inside linebackers as well to take away the underneath routes there. And then a lot of stuff is pretty much covered with that. Really like this defense. It does play well versus the run. Also, what I like to do sometimes is put one of the linebackers in the deep blue, and then control the safety myself, which sometimes can mix people up because they're not expecting a safety to run up like that, and put the linebacker deep. And it's good defense. It stops a lot of the people trying to throw 4 verticals or throw deep, and they really don't suspect the middle linebacker going deep like that and taking away. And then you have the speed of the safety, which is of course usually typically much faster than the middle linebacker stopping the pass. Another one of the more popular defenses in Madden 18 is the Tampa 2. It's a cover 2 zone, pretty basic. It has both safeties in a 2 deep zone with the middle linebacker in a mid read and these 2 guys on vertical hooks. What you want to do, what's commonly done, is you put the middle linebacker in a deep blue and then control this guy here or one of these other guys here in the vert hooks, just to cover the underneath passes underneath there. Versus a mobile quarterback, you can put a contain on and then spy one of the DTs for that. But typically, if you're not versus a mobile quarterback, you can just let the D-line pass rush. So running the play here, you just want to take away deep stuff. You see, give him that short throw, come up and make a tackle. Again, down and then up over top, which put those guys into a cloud flat. Put your middle linebacker into a mid read, and then take the other linebacker and you want to just take all the underneath and short routes there, and they should have nothing deep as well. So good defense, one of the best zone defenses in Madden 18. I've had a lot of success running the Tampa 2 and obvious pass situations. I run more the cover 3 and running situations, and the cover 4 and maybe obvious pass situations as well. So mix these defenses up together. Don't come out and run any of these over and over and over again. Mix it up, keep your opponent off balance, and you'll have a lot of success. So that is it for part 1 of the best beginner tips for Madden 18. Hope this video was a big help to new and old Madden players alike. Stay tuned for part 2 as I bring you more tips to get you up to speed as quick as possible. And if you did like the video, be sure to drop a like. And if you love this, subscribe to SportsGamersOnline.com, the #1 source for all of your sports gaming needs. This is The Natural. I'm out.